comfortable in there. He knows that he has to deal. And now the chants of Manny echoing here in Las Vegas. If you notice, Ugas is doing little subtle things, moving his head, a good footwork. It's those little slight feints. And he just gets popped with the straight left from Pacquiao. Under a minute to go here in the third. Now Pacquiao unloads, but a lot of them are partially blocked. Ugas with a counter right hand, but back comes Pacquiao. He dives into the ropes with a right hand, and now Pacquiao letting his hands go. A left followed by a right to the chest by Ugas to Pacquiao. Pacquiao took a big deep. Those body punches might be having an effect. There's a right on the top of the head of Pacquiao. Might have affected his equilibrium for a brief second. There's a couple of lefts, and Pacquiao going to the body of Ugas. Back comes Pacquiao, but Ugas counters with the right. Pacquiao looking to swarm Ugas, but Ugas plants his feet and delivers a counter right hand. And we are 3 rounds in.
Shout out sa'yo, Lion Ona, Ryan Olchandra, Joseph Albert, Emeterio Casero.
The eyes of Manny Pacquiao as we are on to the 4th round. Power punches through 3. Pacquiao 27 of 89 for a 30% connect percentage. Ugas 17 of 27 for a 63% connect percentage. Ugas just landed a right to the body of Pacquiao. Pacquiao looking to unload.
Than it was aimed towards, but you can't get in the way this early.
You're ready. The age of 42 seems to want to mix it up, and that's probably his best chance for victory tonight. Very much in the balance here against a game or Dennis Ugas.
Well, Ugas is holding his ground right now. Now he's looking to block and counter. He's saying, "Oh, man, because I got something back for you." Okay, there we go.
To the body from Ugas that time.
Another belt shot, and Russell Moore didn't say anything there, although Manny just touched his belt like, hey, it's over.
Right hand over the top, partially blocked. Up the middle, Pacquiao tries the left hand. It's a good counter jab again. You see the power punches, Pacquiao outlanding Ugas. In jabs, however, it is 26-17 in favor of the Cuban fighter.
And Manny can't time the jab. You see every time Manny gets hit with the jab, puts his hands down, out of disgust and almost out of frustration because he can't time to jab right now.
Wow, it's a good turn to the left hand, and
There's an answer.
Ugas came back with the right hand.
A little fire, too. Ugas said, yeah, you got me there. Just popped it with his jab. Ugas has been fighting at a world-class level for a long touch before.
If you say Candyman 5 times while looking in the mirror, he appears in the
Shout out sa'yo,
That was great boxing combination right there.
Sean, how did you deal with the double jabs? Again, that is a long, effortless double jab that Ugas throws.
I'm telling you, so what I felt was come out here, use your movement, use your speed, and control this fight, control the tempo. That's what I did. Manny does not have control right now, which is why I believe Manny is losing this fight.
You used the ring.
Exactly.
You did.
Exactly.
I don't know if Manny's losing this fight. I'm not too sure about that, Sean. Of course, you know, we're both at the same fight, but we may have a difference of opinion. I think it's a close fight.
I think so, too. Let's get a little indication of that and go to Larry Hazard. Larry, how do you have it scored so far?
Well, guys, you're carrying on an interesting conversation, but I got Pacquiao ahead, 39-27. Look, Pacquiao has what we call judge appeal. He may not have the quick legs anymore, but he's got those fast hands, and nobody's really landing anything of great significance.
Right.
So judges tend to score on volume, and that's what Pacquiao is doing. So I got him ahead, 39-27, 37.
Larry, thank you. By the way, punches landed. It's very close. There's a little more power for Pacquiao, but also his face is marked up a bit. I mean,
It is.
those jabs are not just, feather dusters just touching him.
He's got swelling below both eyes, but I agree with Larry in the sense that he's got judge appeal. He's like making the action happen for the most part.
Those jabs are landing, too. That right hand lands by Ugas, then doubles it up on the jab with the right hand. Three-punch combination all on Pacquiao's face.
But Pacquiao got those back. You know, he touched him back 3 times.
Well, that's part of the difficulty of judging, too. Slows up just a bit, which favors Ugas. Whacks with the right hand. Jordan Plant is in Ugas' corner. Jordan, what do you
Watch your
have?
hips. Yeah, some interesting info.
What's your hits?
Rex Mora was just in their corner, said, hey, once low's a warning. Next time I see it twice, I'm going to deduct a point. Back to you, Brian.
All right, Jordan, you were talking about that before, again, in the previous Ugas fight. Where he had a point taken away by Mora, and I thought he handled it properly. Mora did, by giving the warning, giving Manny a little bit of time. It was a shade low on his belt. 40 seconds up, round number 5.
In the meantime, Pacquiao slipped in 2 leads and a couple of jabs just like that. And there goes Ugas back. That was blocked out, but it was a good counter shot by Ugas.
Manny has got a high level of energy.
He's on fire tonight. He's on fire.
42-year-old man.
He does not want to lose this fight. He does not want to lose. Neither guy does, obviously. But Manny knows how to win fights.
Yeah, Manny knows how to win fights since the 5th round, which is why I'm not concerned. However, I do believe that Ugas has more control of this match than Manny Pacquiao.
Chinky is looking up. She can barely look. A big exchange there by Pacquiao. He wants to make this a war. Wow. He gives you your money's worth.
shout out sa'yo.
back and forth, but you know, we're halfway through the fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna step out of the judging, and I'm just gonna continue to call the fight. My score doesn't matter either way, so I'll tell you what I see. And what I see is that, look at this, the comfort now of your Dennis Ugas, and also giving Manny Pacquiao different. Manny was not as prepared for this fight as Ugas is.
Round 6 now here in Las Vegas. Brian Kenny, Joe Goose, and Sean Porter ringside. And Manny Pacquiao has thrown at least 15 more punches in every round. And that jab and that double jab, a big difference. Off the jab, Ugas lands with the right hand. Pacquiao, though, with the energy. And to your point, Joe, that he's got energy. He's landing shots. Larry Hazard knows that as well. There is raw aggression for Pacquiao taking the fight.
That right hand lands. It's a hook coming around the glove of Manny Pacquiao, but it lands because of the long reach and arms of your Dennis Ugas.
You know what else? The jab is making the difference here. 82% of this fight is spent at distance, just as they are now. So Ugas gets a long look and gets to put out that long jab.
He does, but he spends a lot of time looking. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's active, but I think he could, you know, to impress me more, I think he should be more active, to tell you the truth.
Hey.
Again, Manny's taking his time, but I like Manny's energy, but again, he's coming on with that right hand, no question.
I'll tell you what I like about Ugas, Joe. I like the fact that Ugas is giving different looks. You see that right there? That's the shell defense. And then sometimes he pulls straight back. And then sometimes he's willing to stay right there, just like that, and counter. It's giving Manny, it's a puzzle, and Manny has not solved the puzzle.
Pacquiao able to land an uppercut just before, but they took that cutting right hand once again. See punches landed very close. Right hand again, partially blocked by Pacquiao. He's a man in a real fight. He wanted Errol Spence, #1 welterweight in the world, but eagerly took on the challenge of your Dennis Ugas, who he knows is for real.
And I gotta wonder, with Manny being the pros, now we're in the middle of this fight. Is he gonna flip a switch and do something a little different? I'm wondering if I'm gonna see that. I feel like it needs to happen.
I think if he starts backing up and trying to box, it'll be worse for him, to tell you the truth. I think it'll give Ugas a lot more incentive to do what he's doing. I think that's what he should be doing. Meeting of Ugas. Judges trying to get his shots off.
Trying to make him throw his hands. You know, Ugas has got to throw. If he stays in that defensive shell and jabbing just like that, he's going to be able to keep him at distance. Land that right hand. He lands a right hand there as well. Now jumps back in. We are halfway through this fight. Let's go upstairs. Kate Abdo and Keith Thurman.
Thank you very much, Keith Thurman. Obviously, the last man to fight Manny Pacquiao before this fight back in 2019.
Very much. I don't know, that jab landing, that can win round things here, and we don't know how the judges will have it. They have top flight judges for this fight. Dave Moretti, Steve Weisfeld, considered the best in the business, Patricia Morse-Jarman. And you see the jabs landed. Ugas with the big edge, 37-26. Good jab there by Pacquiao. But he's got to make this a firefight in order to gain some momentum and drive Ugas back. The more it's a set piece, Joe, I think it more favors Ugas.
Yeah, look, I liked what Keith said. I'm more in concordance with that. Basically, that Pacquiao is a, you know, he throws those flurries. He makes it looks good. I think I said it to Sean earlier that Ugas has got to start throwing that right hand or more power punches. And so, you know, there's a lot to be said on both opinions here. But regardless, it's a very competitive fight. I don't think anyone's running away with it.
No question. Yeah, flurry there by Pacquiao. Most of those shots blocked. Ugas was able to land that right hand as he throws a advance and throws a vicious combination toward Pacquiao. He's not just boxing, moving, keeping him at bay. He's standing in and trading with Pacquiao.
Well, yeah, look, he's got great skills. Sean said it. The Cubans are taught very well. He's got good head movement. He's got good radar. He knows what's coming, and then he slips and he comes back with stuff. So, it's the type of fight that he's capable of fighting and doing well with.
Pacquiao with some scoring shots there. Look, it comes down to scoring blows. How often are you landing your shot, and then what damage are you incurring on the other fighter? Those shots are landing from Ugas.
Look at that right there. Ugas is taking moments to let go of his hands, and he has success when he does it.
That was a three-punch combination. Landed two of them flush. Round number 7, scheduled for 12. Ugas able to move Pacquiao back just a bit. Pacquiao fires back, tries to get close. Look at that. Double jab up in the right hand from Ugas.
That's what I expect of Ugas. If he wants to win this fight, I want him to see, I would like to see him do that. Throw those hard, long shots off the jab. Don't waste a good jab. A jab is a setup punch for your next punch.
Yeah, don't waste a good jab. I like that.
But again, if Pacquiao is not closing the gap, then he allows Ugas to pick his spots, control distance, and make it a fight when he wants to make it a fight. So far, he's been able to do that. Punches landed still very close, slight favoring Ugas. Right hand lands from Ugas. Another right hand. Pacquiao now time to fire back. You wonder how much energy does this man have at the age of 42? Can he pick up the pace? Can he slip it into another gear at his age? Ugas says, I'm right here. I'm right here. A lot of jabs in this fight, mostly from Ugas here, Joe.
Shout out sa'yo, Maria Sharin Abanita, Monroe Melgar, Cristo
Calling out BK. He ain't calling out Sean.
Oh, and Jay's trying to convince you.
Yeah, Bay.
Wait, Nick's trying to convince you that...
He's calling out you, Joe.
There you go.
How do you know that?
Oh, I don't know that. On my view.
Oh, because Dame is my guy.
Oh,
And I
no
know he's
wonder.
been talking about me.
Hold on, let me have my cousin call him.
Hey, listen.
All right.
Use the right hand all night. Keep using it.
Vamos para cosa grande, compadre. Vamos que vamos la pelea. Ya, espérate.
On to round Oscar Jr. scheduled for 12 for the WBA welterweight championship of the world. Manny Pacquiao will be 43 in December. Also said after this fight is over, and the jabs land connect percentage. Ugas for a 27% connect percentage. The Philippines, I guess, declared before the end of the fall. But right now, he has a big task ahead of him and Yordenis Ugas. There's a big right hand, a glancing shot for Ugas. But he got a lot behind that one. This is Manny Pacquiao who's trying to adjust as he is not used to, aside from, he's dealt with bigger men before, but that was when he was considerably younger. He beat up Antonio Margarito, but that was a long time ago. We have 95 seconds left here in the eighth. There's a right hand for Ugas. Ugas is a little more aggressive here in the eighth compared to that of previous round. rounds, he is starting to come forward and now press the issue. And I think Pacquiao is content to counter at the moment. That's that combination go. Big right hand that snapped back the head of Pacquiao. Pacquiao's punches have not stung Ugas to a point. There's a right to the body by Ugas. Ugas is proving beyond the shadow of a doubt that he is an elite welterweight, and he's one of the best here at 147 with what we've seen thus far in the first 8 rounds against Manny Pacquiao. And Ugas taking this fight on 11 days' notice, replacing Errol Spence, who had an eye injury. We wish Errol all the best on a speedy recovery. There's a left hook connecting for Ugas. And Pacquiao looks to get that right back. When Pacquiao gets hit, he immediately goes into combat mode. He gets popped with a couple right hands, and Pacquiao pounds his gloves in frustration. Right hand to start the round, and I think that they started before the bell sounded. They touched gloves to sign a sportsman between the two. Well, I mentioned at the start of the fight, as you see the total punches landed thrown through the 8th round. Pacquiao 97 of 521 for a 19% connect percentage. Ugas 104 of 279 for a 37% connect percentage. So Ugas, even though he's thrown less, he has landed more punches. We mentioned at the start of the fight, are we going to see the old Manny Pacquiao, or are we going to see an old Manny Pacquiao? I think it is somewhere in the middle. Is he what he once was? No, but he's still an elite welterweight in my estimation. And he's fighting Yordenis Ugas, a man who is fighting, in my opinion, and putting on the performance of his life. And I still think it could be a close fight. Especially depending on how the judges, or what they favor from a scoring standpoint. There's a right hand for Ugas. Ugas is starting to find his groove, without question. There's a right hand for Ugas. The defense of Ugas has been superb this evening. Giving Pacquiao a 5-year career, 26-year career. 70 seconds left here in the ninth. And I don't just attribute that to age, I attribute it to the fact that early in the fight, Yordenis Ugas attacked the body of Pacquiao, really made it a point of emphasis to hammer away upon the left side of the ribcage of Manny and unload those right hands. The jab has been finding its mark for Yordenis Ugas as he backs up Pacquiao with the counter right hand, but Pacquiao unloads at close distance now. Pacquiao, he knows he's in deep waters against a very determined champion from Cuba, Yordenis Ugas. There's a right to the body by Pacquiao, but Pacquiao has faced his fair share of adversity in his career. Make no mistake about that. This is not foreign territory for the 8th Division World Champion in Manny Pacquiao. On to the 10th.
Shout out sa'yo, Marie.
He's there supporting her man, the WBA welterweight champion of the world. As we head on to round 10, this one's scheduled for 12. Power punches thrown through the 9th round. Pacquiao 72 for a 27% connect percentage. Ugas 67 of 114, extremely accurate, a 59% connect percentage. There's a chopping right hand by Ugas. Yes, now Salas telling him, I want you to be more aggressive. I think Salas feels that it could be a close fight. Pacquiao steps in with the combination, but back comes Ugas. Now they exchange. They're going toe-to-toe here in Las Vegas, and Ugas immediately ties up. Pacquiao loves this kind of style. This frenetic pace is something that he has enjoyed and embraced, and it has endeared him to fight fans all over the world. And now that exchange brings the crowd, and you hear the energy from the fans here at T-Mobile Arena. It woke them up because it was a calculated, deliberate fight, and that burst of energy, and it came from Pacquiao, turned back the clock as we saw vintage Pacquiao. 95 seconds left in the 10th. And as we head down the stretch of this championship affair at 42 years of age, how will the legs and the condition of Manny Pacquiao hold up against an extremely focused and determined Dennis Ugas, who is 7 years his junior. There's a counter left in the 10th. What an excellent prize fight between two men who are extremely focused and have had their moments where they've been having sustained success. Ugas shakes his head. Not gonna wave it. Final 10 seconds of the 10th round. We'll see if Pacquiao tries to get off, but he eats a big right hand from Ugas, but he steps in again. And now Pacquiao, when Pacquiao gets popped, he immediately tries to swing the fight back in his favor by unloading a combination. You see the end of the round. fighting is what we are witnessing, with the welterweight championship of the world on the line between the champion from Cuba, your Dennis Ugas, and Manny Pacquiao, boxing's only 8th division world champion. For Pacquiao, you wonder how much steam he has left, and can he end the fight in spectacular fashion by really unloading combinations and letting his hands go. And for Ugas, he has fought a brilliant fight tactically, using his jab to start off his offense, and then also countering Manny Pacquiao with the right hand, as well as attacking the body early in the fight. For Pacquiao, he's been the one who has been throwing, obviously, considerable more punches. He's been aggressive in spurts. There's a left to the body by Pacquiao, as he landed a big shot to hurt or disrupt the flow of Ugas. Not much, but Pacquiao could very well be piling up points in the eyes of the judges based on his work rate and his activity level that is considerably more than that of your Dennis Ugas. Jab by Pacquiao. There's a jab followed by a straight left for Pacquiao, landed right on the chin of Ugas. Big right hand by Ugas, but back comes Pacquiao. Pacquiao loves these toe-to-toe exchanges. The more tactical, plotting sort of fight is something that, I don't know if it was lulling him to sleep or making him think a little bit more, but Pacquiao he has a zest for combat. And when Ugas has been willing to oblige, that's when you see Manny Pacquiao go back and we witness the Pacquiao the past 5 to 10 years that have been so emblematic over the course of his 25-year plus career. There's a straight left by Pacquiao. There's a right hand on the left ear of Pacquiao. Pacquiao with some swelling underneath his right eye. Ugas has swelling underneath his left eye, largely in part due to those straight lefts from Pacquiao. Final stages of the 11. A riveting matchup, a big right hand for Ugas as we head down the stretch onto the 12th and final.
Shout out sa'yo, Lion Ona. Ryan Olchandra.
Last round.
Walang live.
Walang live.
Walang live.
Sa TV.
Last round.
Commercial yung manok.
Commercial muna, commercial. Nabitin tayo.
Nakikibalita sa last round. Ang mapapanood nyo, reply. 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 Alin? Tanong mo dun lang sa record. Report to pa.
Fun, guys. Hit that like button. Show Noah some love. 8 years old, bringing the stuff. Instagram, Noah's Amazing Reviews. Thanks, guys, for supporting Noah. Noah loves Manny Pacquiao. Remember to subscribe. Noah's Amazing Reviews.
Here's round so far. Come on, Pacman. Oh, yeah. Come on, Pac. You damaged? Hey, guys. 130,000 followers. Subscribe to Noah's Amazing Reviews, guys. Show Noah some love. Follow him on Instagram, Noah's Amazing Reviews. Noah brought this to you 8 years old. Noah's channel, guys.
Noah subscribe, guys. So support him. Follow him on Instagram. Noah's Amazing Reviews, guys. Look him up. Remember, it changes nothing. Manny Pacquiao still greatest of all time. Greatest of all time, guys. Remember that. Thank you, guys. Before you leave, hit it, like and subscribe. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. You still love Manny? Tell him. Tell him.
GJ! Dumaan! Dumaan tayo mga kanigs. Talo. Nice lang yan, babawi tayo.
Guys, before you leave, hit that subscribe button, guys.
Okay, bye-bye. Ganito na lang.
Instagram, Noah's Amazing